boy, oh boy, is Bandai after our money, man. Let me tell you, step ups are gone. Where are they? But my assumption, if I'm being realistic, is that after the 3.5 anniversary, we're going to be getting step ups again, and that's because we clearly have step up candidates in the leaks. But for now, dude, we got Bullet back, and so of course that anyone that saw the leaks probably realized that Stampede Boa was right around the corner. And so any collector did not want to miss out on Stampede Douglas Bullet. But we also got Smoker and Sabo, each 220 gems and Bullet 300 gems. So if you wanted to collect all of them, that's a lot of gems you're going to have to spend. And of course, you don't know when they're coming back, and they got very beautiful shiny buffs, so people were tempted. Now, anyone that saw the leaks also probably realized that Stampede Boa was going to be next, which indeed she was. I hate this new banner system, but Stampede Boa, here she is. She came out, 750 gems, nothing too special about her banner, but people that love Boa, that love Stampede, boom, here you go. People spent again. But out of nowhere, we got more movie stuff. Now, yeah, Shiki was in the leaks, but who would have thought he would have came? I personally, maybe I was assuming, like I did have discussions, but it wasn't like a clear thing, right? Stampede, are they going to do all movies? That wasn't clear. And so they released Shiki for 1,200 gems. Like, what the hell? A normal Bounty Fest, I hope they never do that again. And I know some people were complaining that the global version did not get the pay-to-win tickets that the Japanese version got. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think any more way to spend money on the game is bad. So the fact that we don't have shiny tickets that are decent rates, I think that's a good thing that we didn't get that, because a casual spender will spend and buy these tickets because Shiki might be a limited unit and they'll be tempted to spend, and the more they spend, the more likely they'll spend in the future for film red stuff and blah blah blah. So I think it's a terrible thing. So I'm happy Global did not get that, but 1,200 gems, that's so much. And the Japanese version had that as well. And then they hit us with Tesoro, who wasn't in the league, so that probably means that we're gonna get Shiki next week. Sorry, not Shiki, Zephyr, which is insane. Now, of course, Tesoro is also very strong. Shiki is very strong. Boa is pretty solid. And so Shiki might be a defender that will probably very strong as well. And so, yeah, Tesoro is here. 750 mid-month Bounty Fest with a ticket. So this is the first time you can buy a ticket for a mid-month Bounty Fest. Honestly, they're after our money, man. And it doesn't end there, right? Like I said, Zephyr's probably next. And on August 4th, we'll get some sort of announcement or release of something from Film Red. So it might be Utah, it might be a Straw Hat. We might get a free-to-play unit, which would be great if we do. Maybe EX Shanks, maybe an EX for Film Red in general. And then it leads to the 3.5 anniversary with EX Blackbeard. Man, I don't know. I don't know how anyone's going to have the gems for anything, honestly. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the discussion. But this was a quick summary of what's going to happen. It's going to be very hectic, guys. Please save your gems. Look at the banners. They last a long time, right? Boa, I think at this point, if you didn't summon her yet, it's an easy skip. I think the next Bounty Fest is probably going to be a rerun of hype units, maybe Perospero, Dofi, Rayleigh, something like that. Hopefully it's not another new unit, because that would be insane. But yeah, so if you want Shiki or Tesoro or maybe Zephyr next, you have 33 days. So by then, the Film Red stuff would have been announced and you would know and make the best decision possible. So anyways, enjoy the rest of the videos. Today I'm back with no hair to talk about One Piece Bounty Rush's monetization system and what I don't like about it. It's going to be a long video. It's going to be not a rant. I know some of you guys love the rant, but it's not going to be a rant, because at the end of the day, this is not a criticism of the game itself, but how it monetizes the game, which of course is part of the game. Now, I understand some people will defend the game no matter what, on the basis that it's a free-to-play game and they need to make money. Now, I just want to keep in mind, to those that don't know, that One Piece Bounty Rush makes over $5 million every single month across the JP and global version. And this game doesn't require $5 million a month to maintain. Right? They're not reinvesting it into the game, and they're probably not reinvesting it into developers and artists that make this game possible. Right? Probably just going to someone at the high up, making more money. And so I want to criticize the things that this game does that I don't like. Alright? Of course, there are many things that I do like. For example, if I just go here, and I go to the edit party, and I just want to use Robin, right? There are so many different tags that I can use either Zoe Grand Line to make her more tanky, or Robin's weakness is the fact that she gets knocked back. So Navy, for example, would make her reduce the knockback, which will make Robin less weak to knockbacks. And in general, there are also great medal sets. And oh my god, do I want to use triple Robin? Do I want to use Kaido King? Do I want to use a triple Luffy set? I can do so many things, triple NL, so much variety in team building that I love about this game. And this is just for one unit in Robin. There's 7 warlords, and there's so much more customization that I really, really adore. Okay, I also love that every game is different. It's very simple. One Piece Bounty Rush, every game is going to be different. Even if the players or the characters are the same, the players are going to be different. The way they play is going to be different, and the strategy is going to be different. And the way your team plays is going to be different, and everything is going to be different. And I love that. I love that about PvP games in general. But something that Bounty Rush does extremely well is keep every character unique, right? If I just went here and I just go to Defenders, let's tag just Defenders. Do you guys know any of them that play similarly? Because I don't, right? Some of them might have similar traits. For example, Judge and Kid both have heal on knockback. But at the end of the day, everyone plays different. Even 2 characters that have counters, for example, Sentomaru and Jozu, play so differently. Luffy's fixed damage is very different from Magellan's fixed damage. And I love how every defender feels super different. Every attacker feels different. And after 3 years and a half of having some characters that have some similarities in their skills, that's amazing, right? If you think Queen and the Baby 5, they both have a skill that will tremor, fly up, and come back down. But they both fill a very different role in how they do it. And it's just beautiful. I love that about the game, okay? So I have a lot of praise for this game. But while I fucking love OPBR, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do, the question we must ask is, does OPBR love us? Okay? So of course, I know that Bandai is not watching. And even if they are, they're not going to go like, wow, this guy makes great points, and so we'll change stuff, right? I just want to discuss this, okay? These are things that I don't like, and, you know, just because it's in the game doesn't mean I have to accept them, okay? And some people end up quitting and coming back, and some people just can't quit even if they have so many complaints about the game. And, well, the simple reason why is that it's a sunk cost fallacy, right? We all played this game for a long time, so the more we spend playing, the more we feel like it's hard to give up, right? Because we feel like we'll waste all that time we invested into the game. Imagine you spent money. If you quit, all that money you put is going to be wasted. So you keep spending, so you keep playing, even if you don't enjoy the game. Now, I'm not saying that's the case for everyone, but that's the case for a lot of players, especially in gacha games, right? So, guys, make sure if you're playing the game, it's because you fucking love it, or because you want to, not because you feel like you invested, right? The sunk cost fallacy says basically, you wouldn't be doing these things, but you are because you invested. Now cut your losses. Cut your losses here and there and stop playing or stop spending. Okay, it's for the best. And yeah, the game is free, but that's by design because they know they will make most money by attracting as many free-to-play players and trying to get people to spend. Okay, so I have a couple notes. That's why I keep looking down. And so my question is very simple. When a game releases something, is it for the benefit of the player or for the benefit of the people at Bandai, right? So maybe there's a mechanic you don't like, for example, but the game thinks it's for the best, right? We definitely have to keep that into account. But sometimes it's just to slow your progress or attach progress to spending, and that's a problem, okay? So general knowledge here is that the first purchase is usually the hardest, right? If you're free to play, you set in your head you're free to play, you're not going to spend money, that's the hardest it's going to be for the game to get you to spend. And that's why they have a lot of amazing deals at $1 or $5. And we're going to take a look at that, right? And that's not just a thing in gachas, right? Think of a supermarket. Sometimes they have sales that seem insane. How do they make money on that sale? Well, they don't, right? They lose on that product, but once you're in the store, you might be tempted to buy other things, and that's how they'll make money, right? So this is something everyone or many businesses do. So it's not something only in gachas, okay? If you want to look it up, it's loss leader items in supermarkets. You can look more into that, right? And I'm not trying to talk about the fact that this is a gacha game where you have to gamble to get the units you want and how you need so many dupes and bounty rush, right? I'm talking about the smaller things, right? Because that's obvious. That's how it is for every gacha. But let's take a look at something, right? For example, sometimes during anniversaries, they'll want you first of all, these red dots are always annoying, but sometimes they will have a free gem here. Why is it given to you here? Because they might want you to look at the deals, right? Someone might look at this and see an 18% medal and go like, oh my god, I really want this. All because they opened the store. Now, guys, please never buy any of these. They're all scams, even good deals, okay? And also, small things that don't really matter to most players, but actually are there for a reason, right? You have 4 treasure chances every single day. But while you can keep playing, thank the Lord, you can also refill to get treasure chances and get more frags on the characters you want. Or you can increase this to 6 by buying a $25 monthly pack, right? So it's designed so that you spend a gem or buy a $25 pack, right? Of course, $25 gets you other stuff, but that's also something. Now they added also the chance cards, so it might encourage you to spend more on these treasure chances. So we also know that character frags are rare. And so what the game will do is that it's going to force you to log in twice a day to get as many free frags as possible. Now, is it cool? Yeah, it is. But if it was really done for the players, sometimes you would have ×2 in this. And sometimes you would have like, hey, this month Alabasta characters will get twice the amount of shards. But they don't do that. Why? Because this is only designed to get you to log into the game more than once a day. And it's very effective. And you might consider why? Well, because they want your retention to go up. But more importantly, games are always fighting for your time, right? Think about gacha games. This is not the only gacha game a lot of people play. So there's other gachas on their phone. While you're on your phone, you're not just playing gachas, right? You might have time for your friends on WhatsApp. You might be on social media. But not only that, you might just be doing other stuff. Maybe playing a game on your computer. Maybe watching something on TV. Maybe watching Netflix or another thing. Maybe you want to spend time with your family. Maybe friends. Maybe you want to go out. Maybe you want to visit something. All of these things in life are fighting for your precious time. So the fact that Bounty Rush gets you to log into their game twice a day is such a milestone, right? That's why challenge battles, for example, are there and there's rewards for ranking at the top. Well, it's very simple, right? The more you play the game, the more you're invested and the more you're likely to spend or just have more stats for the game to brag to their developers or to the people at the top. Right? And also recently we've been getting 24% medals. And now usually it's pay to win, but this time we've been getting a couple free ones. But my problem with that is that, well, very simply, when they were only 14%, it was easy, right? Everyone could get them from anywhere. 18% force you to grind challenge battles, but 24% makes you not think about what you want, right? Before it was, which stat do you care about the most? Attack, defense, or HP? With 18%, it became, hey, which 2 stats you cared about. Now with 24%, well, you can just have full attack, defense, and HP, and it reduces strategy, and I don't like that, right? I love choice. I love customization. When, hey, if you grind a lot, you just remove all of that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Right now, we'll think about boost 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay? So, let's talk about Boost 1. When that was added during the time of Corona in the first year, what did that really add to the game? Absolutely nothing. Right? Some people might argue that it just gave a way to max out your characters even more, so you always have a goal to look forward to. Well, that's cool. They could have easily just given that to old units to give them better skills or better stats, so they could compete more. But no, they just gave it to everyone. Why? Just because now, well, you can increase your support percentage, and that increases the gap between the free-to-play and the pay-to-win. And also, now if you pull a new unit, well, guess what? You're more likely to play challenge battles or spend to get the boost 1 and boost 2 orbs so you can max out your new unit, right? It added nothing. These boost traits barely changed the way the unit played. It actually pretty much, we can easily say, did not change the way the unit played. And they decided to keep up the trend with boost 3 and boost 4. They didn't just give it to old units. They gave it to everyone again. But here's the thing. Boost 4 is even more intense because the game will give you boost 4 orbs for free by ranking. So what ends up happening? You are tempted by just playing with this unit to get the boost 4. But you can't use them until you boost 3 them. But boost 3 requires character frags, which you can only get by obviously special training or buying this $5 pack, right? And now here's where I'm gonna put my conspiracy theory hat on. But what is this shop for, right? Why don't they give us these things for free? Because obviously people that want Bounty Fest units want to max them, and it's hard to max them. So you'll pay $5 a month, and that's That might be their first purchase, and you end up just buying $5 every month, and then sometimes $10 a month, sometimes $20 a month, and they get you. It stacks up, but you're adding small amounts and you don't consider it too much. And that's how they get you to spend hundreds, if not thousands, right? So now you're here and you're buying these boost 3 orbs, not because you want to boost 4 your unit, but you have so many boost 4 from ranking with them. And now my conspiracy theory hat says that maybe that's why step ups suck now, right? Because if step ups were your main, you would not need to buy these, right? You would just play, get your boost 4 orbs from ranking in challenge battles, or sorry, in league battles, and then you would buy these to get them to boost 3, and then use the free currency to boost 4. So with step ups, you could boost 4 your unit for free, technically. Here, yeah, you could, but no one is going to go through the pain of just boosting 3 a bounty fest without these. That's too long. That's why this is here for $5. And maybe that's why step ups suck, because they want you to main a bounty fest. So when you rank up with them, you get the boost 4, but you need to buy this to boost 3 them. And that's very manipulative if you ask me. Okay? And so, yeah, I don't want to just hate on the game, right? These are the things I noticed that the game does. And you know what? No matter what decision they make, some people will always defend them, right? EX Luffy came out and EX Luffy had people defending it, right? And I don't like that. I think that, you know, if something comes out that's shitty in the game, well, let's call them out, right? Let's call out the game, okay? And so the only thing I can ask from you guys is to just learn about psychology in gaming, not psychology in general. That, of course, is nice for your real life, but, you know, learn about game design a bit, because the more you know on how these games get you to spend money, the less likely you are to fall for one of their traps, right? Diablo Immortal is a recent game that came out. If you want, look up the videos of Josh Stride Hayes. I'll link it in the description of all the ways that game gets you to spend, and it's a very good watch. So I recommend watching that and watching as much as you can and learning as much as you can about this topic, because if you're going to play gacha games, the best you can be, or the best thing you can do, is not fall for all the traps they lay out for us. And I've known this for a long time, right? But even someone like me who's been free to play in most of the gachas I play besides Bounty Rush, I keep spending on Bounty Rush because I keep, you know, making excuses in my head. And that's why you guys saw that about a month ago, I stopped spending money on this game, because I told myself, hey, it's been too much. It's too much, and I need to stop. And yeah, sure, a lot of times I'll make more money on YouTube than I spend, but it's not about that. It's not about making money on YouTube. It's about the principle of it, right? Yeah, can I make more content? Sure. Can I make more? Yeah, but I'm also going to tempt some of the people that watch to pull, or to do the things I'm doing, to spend on the things I'm spending on. And so my hope is that, you know, some people spend less after watching this, and if not, at least you know what you're getting into. And for those that don't know, hopefully this was an enjoyable discussion video. I know it's pretty long with not much substance or content in the back. Hopefully my talking is fine. You know, it's been a long time since I've recorded the video, especially in front of a face cam. And hopefully, you know, this is my return. And hopefully this video was somewhat enjoyable for you guys. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Especially let me know what you guys think in this video, because this is the one video I want to have a discussion. You know, with other things it's about the game, it's about the units, but here it's about what you think about gaming and monetization in gaming, and namely Bounty Rush here. So yeah, hopefully this was fine. Keep saying hopefully. Yeah, I'm nervous. It's my return. Yeah, I know, I'm very shy, guys. So yeah, peace.